We would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we record this podcast, the Wurundjeri Woi-wurrung people of the Kulin Nation. We pay our respects to their elders past and present and extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples listening today.
Trigger warning for this episode, we discuss adult themes, body image, diet culture, and it contains some coarse language, so please be aware if you have little ears around.
Hello and welcome to
Life Academy!
I'm your host, Dena Amy Kaplan.
And I'm your host, Alicia Bennett.
On screen, frenemies.
To real life besties.
Hello, bestie.
How are you, darling?
Oh my God, don't even. It's been a day.
Yeah, it's been like the last 36 hours.
Go, just tell me.
Really, the heat, the effing heat. Okay, so firstly, my car, everything about it was like stuffing up. Aircon wasn't working. The mirrors are those automatic mirrors that come, like when you turn the car on, they come out. And then as I was driving, I realized one of them didn't fully come out. And I'm like, oh my God. And so I like pulled over and had to climb over the seat to try and push it out and it wouldn't go out. And I'm like, if I push this anymore, it's going to break. So I didn't. And then I was like driving and I was scared to drive, that was the whole thing. So boiling hot. And then when I got home, the power's out.
Oh my God. We've just lived the same life.
Power's still out. So I spent the entire night with no power, no aircon, no lights, no
at
nothing.
41 degrees
At
yesterday.
44 degrees it got in my area.
No aircon.
Yeah.
How did Isla deal with that?
She was sweating profusely, poor Bubby. And then I sent Zach off to Bunnings to get some battery-powered vans. And, you wouldn't have the batteries because they wouldn't be able to be charged up. But luckily, he's a tradie and he's got his batteries, Makita batteries charged up. So on your Makita. And there was 2 of them left. So thank God. So one for Isla's room and one for our room. And that was a little bit of a savior. But I opened up all of the windows once it started to cool down a little bit, but it was still so hot and the house was like a hot box and I felt bad for the dog. Like I even let the dog on the bed during the night so he could get the the air as well. I was just like, so poor Muddy. Yeah. But so that and then just I really, I don't know if it was the sound of the fans, but everything was like overstimulating last night. Because when you're like
on edge.
Yeah, it was because Zach was like, "Are you good? Are you getting the fan?" And I was just like, "Don't touch me! Don't talk to me!
I'm gonna fucking kill you."
I was so fucking annoyed. And then when I was like trying to go to sleep, I was closing my eyes and I fully had to like talk myself down because I was so on edge. And I think the sound of the fan, it's like when someone's vacuuming and you're like, I can't hear my own thoughts. Like, shut up.
Yeah.
So I was just getting like very,
like
very
when the radio's
annoyed.
on and you're trying to park. Like,
yes.
You can't
Yeah. So I was finding that as I was trying to calm myself down when I was going to sleep, I was like holding my breath. And I find that when I try to calm myself down now, I hold my breath. But like you're meant to breathe when you do those things. So it's been a kind of a eye-opening 24 hours.
Interesting.
But yeah, so that's
interesting. Because you are always so self-aware, like interesting that you picked up on that. Like, I'm stressed, I'm trying to calm down, but I'm holding my breath. And then were you able to take some deep breaths?
Sort of, because like once I had jerried that I wasn't like taking full breaths properly, I still caught myself doing it again when I was like, just calm down, let the sound, just let it be white noise. Because Isla has white noise on every night. But it just, it was just still happening and it's still making my brain just go into that big little fuzzy mush. So
and then you still feel, because you said just before we went on mic, you were feeling ragey. Are you still feeling ragey?
I am still feeling ragey.
I do love a bit of, I love a bit of Alicia rage.
Yeah, it's all the little things. It's like the big problems, fine. Yeah, but all the little things will set me over the fucking edge. So yeah, it's one of those days.
Horrid.
Yeah, like being driving into work today. Oh my God. I'm like, usually I'm all right with being in traffic now. Not today.
Oh, I was the same today. Yeah. Today, I don't even know how to explain
Are you
morning.
Ragey too?
I'm not ragey. No, I'm not ragey. I'm just like tired. Yeah. Because I went into, you got a headache?
Behind my eye. Yeah. Sorry, I cut you off. Please continue.
You've got your period. So I reckon you've got all that going on.
I've got all of the things.
I don't feel ragey. I just feel a bit stressed and tired. We are very excited. We've moved into a new studio and we're super excited to be here.
So good.
But I didn't know where it was. And like, you know, I'm used to driving where we go to. So I already knew like, okay, leave extra time to get there. And then I had to go into the city to pick up some beautiful special things for the AACTA Awards. But usually I will never drive into the city because I'll just get an Uber or a train or a tram because of the parking situation. But anyway, I drove and I parked. I went in, did the thing. It was all great. I was on time, finished. And then I was like, dude, where's my car? I couldn't find the car park and I couldn't find my car. And it took me 40 minutes just walking around in circles to like found the car park. And then I couldn't find the level of the car. Like it just, you know, when I found my car, the relief, like, you know, when you find your car.
Because how else are you going to find your car in the middle of the city?
And I was trying all these, I was looking up on like ChatGPT and Google, like, is there a way I can like track my car, where I parked on the maps? And I called Gemma, I called my sister and she's like, can't help you at all. I do this all the time. She's like, I actually film videos when I go to Chadstone of where I parked. Because she says I do the same thing. Like I just walk out and I don't take in how I got there. So anyway, I'm a bit stressed because I was running late. It's been bloody boiling. But yeah, I'm good. I had a few days of being very sick with gastro. So the poo era never continues. Ends.
Yep.
So Maya had it and then of course I got it. So I was honestly like just knocked out for 2.5 days, like just in bed and had to be near a toilet.
Oh, babe.
It was just feral.
Horrible.
And then today I feel so much better. I feel great. I feel good. What else can I tell you? I think that's like, I think that's my update. I really like your outfit. Where's it from?
Thank you. I honestly do not remember.
You're going to get so many comments, people asking.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, it's so cute.
It should say on the little taggy here.
It's from Billy J.
Billy J Boutique,
Love that.
Little matching sets, a little skirt.
Yeah,
it's
really
shorts and
love
a
it.
little
You're gonna get questions about it.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, well, one thing I can tell you is I got my mum and dad gave me some money for my birthday, which is so nice.
So lovely.
So sweet of them. And I spent it all on new makeup because Dena.
Of course.
Yeah. And oh my God, I have got some really hot recommendations for makeup because I get like my entire algorithm on Instagram and TikTok is just makeup artists, makeup pros, makeup tips. Like it's all I watch. So I'm constantly like knowing what I know it's full on. And it's like I'm constantly knowing what the best products are and what to get. So anyway, I got like this new contour stick. I got tried like 3 new foundations because whatever I don't use, I just put into my kit.
Yeah, true.
Got a new mascara, got a new blush. Got a stunning Dior blush, like really spoil myself, like a $70 blush. Like,
whoa.
I know. But I was like, I've wanted this blush for so long.
You're so good. If you get money as a present that you actually spend it like on yourself.
Well, my mum said to me when she gave it to me, she's like, this isn't for groceries.
Yeah. I literally like end up being like, I'm at the chemist. I'll be like, oh, look, I've got cash in my wallet. Okay, you know what I mean? Like,
mum made a point of it. She was like, I didn't know what to get you, but this isn't for groceries.
Yeah, do not use it.
Yeah, so I was like, I don't know, I'm gonna spoil myself. So I got some new makeup. Anywho,
nice. Are you wearing all of it today?
Not all of it, some of it. I'm wearing the new foundation.
Yeah, it's nice.
Thank you. I'm wearing the new freckles, which you
they're
like.
Cute. Yeah.
I'm wearing the new contour stick, and then I'm not wearing the new blush. But yeah.
You're not wearing your $70 blush?
No, yeah, I'm saving it.
Okay.
For a special moment.
Actors?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to save it. So we've got the AACTA Awards coming up. As you guys know, we've been, getting our dresses and doing all our styling and blah, blah, blah. And I have decided to do my own makeup. And I figured if I'm doing my own makeup, I can buy a $70 blush because I would have paid like $150 for a makeup artist anyway.
Yeah. Yep.
So I'm saving it.
Girl math. Love it.
Yeah, girl math. So I'm saving it for the AACTA Awards. I'm going to do stunning, like blushy goddess makeup.
Yeah, nice. That'll suit the dress too.
Yeah, gosh. I'm so excited. Have you accessorized yet? Where are we at with yours?
I think I'm just going to honestly wear all the jewelry that I already have because I cannot. If I don't see the dress on me and I don't see things on me, like I can't choose. I can't look at a picture of something and be like, oh yeah, that'll match. Yeah. I'm not very good at like online shopping.
Did you do the ChatGPT hack?
I did, but I didn't like put anything on me. There was no pictures.
Did you upload a picture of you in the dress?
Yeah.
And it didn't give you things?
No, it gave me like things that I can buy and these are the options that you can have, but they didn't put them on
they
my
didn't
picture.
put them on me either.
Yeah.
They just gave me ideas.
Yeah, but that's
and
what
then
the
I made
ideas
a mood board.
were. The ideas were fine, but it was, again, I just seeing them on myself compared to just not. Yeah, I need it in person.
I'm sure you're gonna style it beautifully. You
It'll
always
just be
do.
plain gold jewelry. Just
Well,
the
that
same
will
shit
match
I
the
always
dress.
wear.
I'm excited for you guys to see Alicia's dress. She is gonna look like a goddess.
Nah, it's cool. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm so excited. We're going to the Gold Coast. We're gonna get glam together. We're gonna have so much fun. We just got a message from Tom Green, and he is like, "Can we do dinner the minute he arrives?" So we're gonna do dinner with Tom. We've got facials booked because the amazing Star Hotel.
When does Jen get there as well?
Zhenya is getting there for the panel talk
on the
8th.
Sunday.
I'm not sure when she arrives. I think where did I say she was?
In some other country.
She's in another country. I can't remember what she's
in Portugal?
Portugal.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she was like, I'll get back for the panel, not the awards.
Yeah. Because we got to, oh my God, we've got to have a catch up with Jen.
We've got to have a catch up with Jen. We're going to see Tom at the Star Hotel, who have been so amazing in looking after us.
My gosh.
We're getting facials.
You're getting a facial. I'm getting a massage.
Oh, you're getting a massage.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that was an option. Maybe I should get a massage.
They said a massage or a facial, and I was like, I'm down with a massage.
I don't know what to do with a facial because I'm getting a spray tan.
Oh.
And I'm worried if I get a facial, it's going to mess up the tan.
Oh.
So maybe a massage is better.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
But then what about the massage with the entire body spray tan?
I'll just tell them not to use oil.
Okay.
Yeah, are you going to get a spray tan?
Nah.
You're just going to put tan on yourself?
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe I should do that. Anyway.
I'm hoping, like, I've already got a little bit of a tan. I think if I just use my...
You do have a tan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do not because I never get time to do anything outside.
That's it.
I look outside, I'm like, go outside, there's so much. And
I've just been playing outside with Isla a lot. Like, we've been getting out on the trampoline. We went down to our beach house in the pool, which was really nice. So, I
haven't done that enough with my. I actually find myself avoiding the heat with her and staying inside in the aircon, but we should be out more. I'm inspired by you. Anyway, should we welcome our very special guest?
Please.
I'm so excited for this chat.
Very, very excited for this chat. I have been waiting for it, and I'm so excited as well because we both sort of grew up, but I danced at the same dance school with this
God,
beautiful
I didn't know you guys were at the same dance school.
We were at the same dance school. We fully grew up from I don't know, the age of 5 or 6 together.
I was about to say, I've known this guest since I was probably 10 years old from dance competitions.
Mm-hmm.
And I always loved her and thought she was such an amazing dancer.
Yep. But now she's an incredibly intelligent woman who is a clinical psychologist.
Specializes in trauma, EMDR, working with high-risk situations. She has got so much knowledge. I was reading up her beautiful website and everything. She's just got an incredible career, has had her own practice, has worked as a supervisor, has, got so many clinical hours and experience. And she's going to talk to us today about things that I think you guys are going to find really interesting, like attachment theory and EMDR. And we're just going to go deep.
She's going to show you some things too.
Oh my God, it's so exciting.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Please welcome the stunning, incredible, wonderful Janelle Corlass-Brown.
Hello.
Welcome to the Life Academy podcast.
Ladies, it's so nice to be here in the flesh.
It's so nice to have you.
Yeah. I feel like we are going to get some life lessons today.
Well, yeah.
I hope so. Get your money's worth, right?
Yes. So tell us, you incredible woman, I want to know, how did it go from being this little ballerina that I remember growing up with to becoming this incredible psychologist with so much experience at such a young age?
Yeah, I think, and we all have benefits of dance and dance competitions. They prepared us for life in ways that at that time we didn't know.
Oh, yeah.
But I am sure that being on stage as a 2-year-old set me up for the confidence to go ahead and do things that I wanted to do when I wanted to do them. Really.
Amazing.
Yeah. And so, dance necessarily doesn't lead into being a nurturer. But even like Alicia knows, we were there and I just wanted to look after people.
Yeah.
Really?
I wanted to be around people.
I mean, we had a lot of like all of the dancing girls. We spend a lot of time together. Like every Monday, Wednesday and Saturday, we were always together. And then as we started to grow up, we had all the birthday parties and then we had just all of the parties and all of the going out. And Janelle was always just so nurturing and such a mum and just someone who was always there. Like she was a really great listener back then as well. And just
so you had those qualities.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense that you've gone into this profession.
Yeah.
And how old were you when you actually became like all qualified in?
I would have been mid-20s.
That's unbelievable.
Or earlier 20s.
So you went straight from high school into studies?
I did, yes, yeah. And I suppose many people don't get to go straight through, but I really worked very hard.
Yeah.
And so I went straight into the Bachelor. I got into honours straight into that and then straight into Masters. And it's only after you've completed your Masters do you become registered. Mm-hmm. And then I went and pursued 2 endorsements. So I'm a counselling psychologist and an endorsed clinical psych.
Amazing. And you also do, is life coaching the right word?
We'll call it coaching and executive coaching because there's, I suppose, some distinctions there. But that's when I'm working with people who aren't coming because they have a mental health condition or an overwhelming amount of distress. They're wanting to get to know themselves. They're wanting to improve their performance. They're leaders who want to go to the next step, you know, that kind of stuff.
I love that shit. I'm like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
But I've also got all the mental illness stuff. So.
But I feel like someone that you would really benefit from that as well because I've got both. Yeah. I've
got the mental illness and then I've got the career stuff and the girl boss leader stuff. Yeah. So I was actually thinking, I was like, we'd work very well together. I don't know if we're ever allowed to work together. I don't know the ethics around that.
Yeah, it's different when, again, coaching versus psychology. Psychology, I can't be a psychologist for someone that I know. Mm-hmm. And there's good boundaries in there to help protect people, right? But in the coaching space, it's more fluid. We're not, as I said, we're not treating a mental health condition, but it's a nice pace. We kind of really pick up the pace in coaching and are all about acceleration, you know.
I'm honestly excited at potentially working with you. I've never worked with a coach before. I've done everything, like fucking everything.
Good.
So that actually sounds really great.
Yeah.
I want to know what drew you. I was reading up last night that you have a real interest in working with trauma and high risk situations. I'm studying psychotherapy and counselling. I'm not sure if you knew that. I think you knew that.
Yes.
And I'm really drawn to the same things. I really want to work in the addiction space, the rehab world. So what drew you to want to work in that space?
I think I'm particularly moved by people's vulnerability. And if we take, some of the people that I've, sat in the room with for hours upon hours, they share a part of you. They share, what am I saying here? They share themselves in a way that's so unique, and that hits my heart in a very particular way. I'm not very good at surface level conversation. I don't think I ever have been because I'm a super emotional person. I'm a highly sensitive person, if either of you know about that. Yeah, so I think I was always going to go to the depths, wherever the depths were. Yeah.
So when you started studying, you were like, I'm going deep with this.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. And how has it been working in that space and having your own boundaries and like looking after yourself and, not having compassion fatigue? How has that been for you?
Yeah. And this is something that I'm talking about all the time with my supervisees because we do need to have some really good boundaries. And so the key actually is doing your own work. I have done tons of my own therapy and I continue to do so. You kind of lean in and come out of the room at different times in your life because when you know yourself, you know what's yours and what's someone else's. Yep. So if I can sit with someone and I might actually really perceive their tight chest, I can feel it in mine, but I know that that's not my tight chest and I might say, hey, this is a bit wacky, but is your chest tight right now? Oh my God, it is. So it's knowing oneself. Really,
and really having those boundaries.
I feel like that's so important as the person, I guess, who's in charge of somebody else's mental health. I wouldn't say in charge of somebody else's mental health, but supporting someone's mental health. Because I feel like boundaries often, if someone isn't I suppose, if someone's crossing them, and I kind of experienced that, I think, in my one experience.
Yes, which I heard about.
Which it was just, I was like, okay, you're giving me nothing here. And it was just like, I wouldn't want to be you. I was like, okay.
It's the worst. I'm so sorry that was your experience.
That wasn't a validating gossip.
So I think it's, for sure, it's so important to be able to know yourself and be able to say, you have a tight chest and that's not mine. It's not making me feel that. So that's, I love that. And I love that you've done the work to do that. It really points out that you're just.
Yeah, that makes it, a therapist who's done their own work makes a great therapist. I've worked with a lot of therapists who I could tell hadn't done their own work. Like they were very book smart and like all about diagnosis and like, and then I worked with therapists who had done their own work and been through this shit and survived stuff and had been through the same things that I was going through, and they were the people who got through to me. That lived experience made such a difference to me.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because you have to be there with someone. And if you have not dealt with your own stuff, you're actually there with your own stuff instead of there.
Yeah, being present for them.
Yeah.
So I would love to talk about attachment theory, which you are quite an expert on. I know a lot about it, but I would love for our listeners to learn about it.
And it's relevant to every single human. So that's what's good about it. So our attachment is something that we develop when we're little people, usually in the first 2 to 3 years of life. And it's about that relationship with our primary caregivers. I'll kind of use that term rather than mother or father, because it can be a grandparent that's doing a lot of the care or, a nanny or something. So in those early years, as our brain's developing an internal working model. And that's like the underlying programming on how we do relationships. What also is important though is as babies are developing, they're learning, what do people expect of me? And am I loved? Am I lovable? Am I worthy? So all of that happens very, very early on. Now, I mean, it was a bit wacky when all of this came out in the world of psychology and psychiatry in the 50s. And they did some experiments that maybe wouldn't be done nowadays.
I've seen some of those.
Yeah, right. So you've heard of the strange situation.
Yeah.
But in essence, what they do is take babies who are between 12 and 18 months and they put them in the room with their caregiver and a stranger, which is the experimenter. Then they ask the caregiver to leave and they want to know and see what happens. How does that bubba respond? Then the caregiver returns. And again, it's important. How does that bubba respond? Do they run back to the caregiver? Do they pull away? Do they kind of ignore the caregiver as they've come back? That's really, really telling on how they feel in that relationship. And then they repeat it again, the leaving and the coming back. The way kids respond, that's how we got these different types of attachment. And so there's the 4 types.
Can I try get them?
Yes.
I don't know if I know.
Review.
Sure. So anxious, secure, ambivalent, and so the secure, anxious, ambivalent. What's the other one? Oh, I was going over them last night. I know this.
You were preparing for this.
Good.
What's the other? Anxious, secure, ambivalent, and I've lost the 4th one.
It's avoidant.
Avoidant, of course. It's the one that I'm not. So.
Yeah, I was going to say it's probably that's why you didn't remember.
I don't remember that one because I don't relate to that one. But I will say I ended up. I'm not sure how much you've listened to the podcast. I ended up in rehab a few years ago.
Yes.
I was addicted to Xanax and I had to get off it. Anyway, my first ever experience in rehab, we did psychoeducation, and the first thing they taught us was about attachment theory.
Yeah.
And I was so fascinated that they were teaching us this. And I was like, this is so interesting that what happens from 0 to 3 is basically what's informing my behaviors and my choices and my relationships now as an adult.
Yeah.
And if I don't change those patterns and if I'm not aware of them, this vicious cycle will go on forever. And I found it really fascinating that was the first thing they taught us was about attachment theory. And now studying it, it's like I haven't fully gone into it, but it's been one of the subjects we've looked over. And I just think it's absolutely fascinating that what occurs at that age can kind of be the story of your life if you don't have awareness around it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I suppose, should we come in with the good news straight away though? Because you can change this.
I changed mine.
Yes.
I had an insecure attachment, which we can talk about. But I found a beautiful man who was very like safe, secure attachment. And I would say that now my attachment style is very safe and secure. So
yeah, we call that an earned secure attachment.
I've done that bit. But yeah, can you talk a bit about the 4 styles?
Yeah, let's talk through the different types. So generally we start with the anxious attachment style. So in that little experiment that I was talking about, when the caregiver leaves, the child shows a lot of distress, yeah? And then even when they return, the child is still showing a lot of distress. So this anxious attachment style is going to develop when a caregiver has at times been present and responding to the needs and the emotions and physical needs of the baba, and at other times has not been present and has not been responding for different reasons that can happen if they're distracted, if they are dealing with their own stuff, if they're working, so they're not responding to the baba or other kids. Yeah, so it can develop from many different things, and we're not going to blame parents, but actually take a curious stance.
Can I ask a question there?
Yeah.
This is a curious question.
Yeah.
So we have au pairs and nannies often because I'm studying full-time.
Yeah.
And have 4 businesses. So I feel a lot of shame and guilt around that because I worry about Maya's attachment style because she does have Alex and I as very primary present caregivers, but she does spend often many of her days with nannies or
other
carers,
adults. Yeah,
or daycare people. I get really scared. Is that going to fuck up her attachment style?
So many people ask me that, and it is scary. And the answer is no. So here's a good stat.
Okay.
Actually, responding to a little person 30% of the time is good enough.
Okay,
it's actually surprisingly
You're
low,
fine.
right?
She's like 99%. I'm like, I reckon I'm in 40%. I'm going to go.
No, I wouldn't say 99% because there's lots of times, and I would love to go to therapy and talk this out as well, just about how like I've noticed sometimes like if I've been on my phone sending an email or doing some kind of work and Isla has said multiple times like, mummy, 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 and I haven't responded until I'm finally just like, wait, sorry, what? And I feel so guilty whenever that happens, like, and I feel sick to my stomach about it. And then like I always really make sure that I like throw my phone away and I go and spend the next like 15 minutes like coloring with her or doing something or like helping her, like getting her help me to help me cook or something.
You're a super mom. You do not need to worry about her attachment
style. So
many
many things that I worry about though. Like it's getting worse and worse. Like I didn't used to have a lot of sort of mum guilt. Like there was a little bit, but it's getting, the older she's getting and the more that she can talk and the more I suppose like not tantrums but just I'm seeing different behaviors and stuff and I'm just like, oh my God, like what have I done? Is this normal? Is this because of me? Is it like I overthink a lot of this stuff? But yeah. So I'd be very interested to see what kind of attachment Isla has with me, and then also what type of attachment that I'm
so curious what your attachment style is.
Yeah.
So curious.
So let's keep going. Let's keep going because then I might be able to tell what I am.
That's the key.
Yeah.
So the anxious baba, what they've learned is that I don't know when you're going to come back because it's been unpredictable. Okay. It's been unpredictable. I don't know when you're going to come back. So their whole nervous system fires off at any time of separation. And then, of course, that baba becomes a kid and a teenager and an adult. They go off to work. They have friendships. They have close relationships and partners. And it keeps playing out. They're the adults that at times of separation from their partner,
oh my God,
about it.
He's going to leave me.
Yeah, he's going to leave me. Or the distress of not getting an email back from my boss for many hours. Oh, maybe they don't.
Everybody hates me.
Yeah, it's not going well. Yeah. Maybe they're going to get, upset at me. So they worry about separations. Yeah, that's a big problem for them. Okay.
I used to be like that.
Okay.
I used to be an anxious attachment.
Yeah,
in relationships, I was always worried that they were cheating or that I wasn't good enough or that they only liked me if I was Dena, Amy, Sparkly. Like I wasn't allowed to be unwell because that would be, not not worthy. So yeah, I used to have a very insecure attachment style.
Yeah. I'll make it a little more complicated just for funsies
Yeah.
and say that sometimes these adults will continue to complain about things because within their system there's a pattern, okay? And the pattern is if I need you, you'll return to me. If I need you enough, you'll return to me. So they sometimes continue the pattern of being needy.
Because it's a
And
role.
they might then stay like that, even if they're quite capable and have become, quite independent, but they'll stay in that neediness because a part of them, that little one, believes I've got to do that in order to have closeness and proximity.
Okay,
next one.
All right,
Yeah, cool.
next one.
Yep.
So the next one is the avoidant attachment style.
Yeah, can't relate.
Can't
to this
relate
one.
at all. That's fine. And so when a caregiver doesn't respond reliably, predictably, or often, the avoidant attachment style is going to develop because what happens in that internal working model and that programming is my needs need to be subdued for me to maintain closeness with my caregiver. All right. So that
really
caregiver,
sad.
that is so sad.
It
Yeah.
makes me really sad.
The caregiver might have been really as soon as the bubba cries, they want to leave the room. They want to put them in the crib. Yeah, they can't handle it and often haven't avoidant attachment styles themselves. Like that's the point. And so in that strange situation, in that experiment, when the caregiver has come back into the room, sometimes the little bubba is just kind of ignoring them, which is quite telling. Right? So when that bubba becomes a kid and then a teenager and an adult and they're out at work, for instance, sometimes might be described as aloof or distant, and they might not have very close relationships.
Yeah.
In their partnerships, in the dating world, they might kind of be getting to know someone,
Never
get
commit.
close, but it just doesn't go to that next level. As soon as it's time to move in, no, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I've definitely been attracted to my fair share of avoidant men who are just like non-committal, like as soon as it gets too close, it's like, yeah. Yeah, I've definitely
And the
had
anxious
that.
avoidant dance in relationships is one that shows up
There we go.
a lot.
There we
A
go.
lot. Someone's pursuing, someone's pulling back. Yeah.
So
they're opposite
interesting.
in many ways,
Yeah.
okay? So on the one side, the anxious attachment is distressed when there's a distance, but the avoidant attachment, they're distressed when there's closeness because they're not used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you just see that in so many relationships.
Yeah, you do,
really,
don't you?
You see that play
Yeah.
out. And this is what's so cool about this theory is it's like, it's just facts.
Yeah.
Like these 4 styles, it's like we all live in one of them or 2 of them and like play these roles. And it's so cool when you learn about yourself and you can actually change these patterns and behaviors. You can change your relationships and the way you interact with people.
Yeah.
Even how you feel in the world,
Yeah.
right? Because the ideal is the secure
Totally
attachment.
how you feel in the world.
Yeah?
Your confidence.
That you feel okay when someone doesn't reply
your
to your
autonomy.
text.
Yeah.
And it's okay when your friend goes overseas for a while. It's okay. You're okay with those things.
Yes.
So that's the ideal. So yeah, definitely impacts how you feel.
So
Okay.
interesting. Okay, next one.
Okay. The third insecure type of attachment is avoidant. You described it as ambivalent, which is a term that I don't use just because this disorganized attachment. So did I say
You said avoidant.
I did, didn't I? That's okay. Disorganized attachment
Okay, so
is a better word.
We've had anxious,
avoidant, and now we're on to disorganized.
disorganized.
Okay. We're calling it disorganized because there is a lack of organization in that person's system. So when they're growing up, they might have been in an environment where the caregiver was addicted.
Yes.
There was domestic violence. There was trauma. There was mental health issues. There was chaos in some way. Okay. And so there is disorganization. Little people are getting everything from their primary caregiver. They're working out, is the world safe? Am I safe in it? What about me? Yeah. So again, it's entirely heartbreaking. And
I feel so much guilt around that one as well because I'm like, like Maya's first year of her life, my mental health, like I had such bad depression.
Aye.
You know, I do identify as an addict and, you know, have had many times these lapses and, you know, moments where I've, you know, almost lost control or things like that. So I have so much fear around like and guilt around this one. Like just identifying as someone with mental health issues and addiction issues, I just feel like I'm going to fuck my daughter up, you know, even though I haven't done anything and I've been a pretty good mum, I think. I just
absolutely you have. You've been an incredible mom.
I'm so scared, and I hear it like when you go to AA and NA meetings a lot, and you just hear about people talking about like how, you know, addicted and chaotic they were in their when they first had their kids, and you know now their kids have issues, and it's like a cycle, and it's like intergenerational trauma and blah blah blah. I just have so much fear around this one.
Yeah, that's a big fear. Can I ask, do you know what color that fear is?
Red.
Where is it in your body?
My chest. Yeah.
What shape is it?
Just getting like just a straight line. Like,
yeah. I know they're kind of strange questions.
Yeah, no one's ever asked me that.
I don't ask people questions they can't answer. So this is a bit of EFT for those who are watching. And when we get to make our experiences vivid, that helps us to start with the processing of it. Yeah. And so it's just in the middle and it's red. Yeah. And it's like
it's
a
like
line.
Fear. It's just there.
Yeah.
All the time. This fear.
So it's familiar.
Oh yeah. I live with this every day of I'm gonna fuck my daughter up because of my mental health issues.
Okay. And can you bring up in your mind like an image of your little lady?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what happens in your body?
I feel so much love and so much joy and so much gratitude and like warmth. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, this is a really important part, ladies, because it's actually in our relationships that things get to feel better. So when things have been yucky in relationships, there's maybe been something that wasn't ideal, we can actually repair it back in relationships. Yeah. And so if there was bad things to have happened, and I'm not necessarily agreeing with you here, but to highlight the point that it's back in relationships, that closeness, that connection.
You can repair it.
That's right.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
So anything that has been chaotic or dark or heavy, I can repair that.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's really good news.
Yeah.
Mate, this smothering thing.
Yeah, it's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just the responsibility that I feel for another person's life.
Yeah.
I don't want her to suffer the way I've suffered. I don't want to hand down my shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is a high responsibility. And that's why, you know, my work with high responsibility professionals and parents is the same. We're talking about attachment.
Totally.
We're looking to get to the patterns underlying and why a person is responding the way that they are. Because leaders are often parents too, and they're perpetuating the same stuff that happened to them when they were little off to their team members and off to their children as well.
So how do disorganized attachment people, what do you say? Is that the right thing to say? How do they behave in relationships?
So in relationships, they might present as, I suppose, being more chaos, that it's sometimes they really want to lean in, but again, we get too close, and so they might really withdraw at different times.
Confusing.
So it's kind of an in and out. And importantly, as parents, these might be the parents that when their child cries or is distressed, they kind of oscillate between snapping at them and just stop crying, and then smothering them. And they'll kind of move in too much and actually be overwhelming for the kid. Yeah. So, I mean, you already kind of mentioned it, Dena, that often there's a transgenerational. So people are passing on their attachment style to their little ones.
Yes.
But that's where it gets to change,
Yes.
right? Because it actually can be in a relationship with our little people that we can heal a lot of the things. Now, I'm not saying go have a kid if you've got some attachment wounds and insecure.
And that's going to heal you.
Yeah, that is absolutely not the case.
Yeah.
That's not what we want to do. It actually all needs to be about attending to the little person. But as we attend to the little person in a predictable, reliable, and we do that often, we actually are showing our little ones on the inside, oh, this is what it's like. And this is what I can do.
Little us.
Little us.
Yeah.
Little us.
Like
Yeah.
they call it reparenting.
Reparenting.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Of course, another place where people are going to heal and understand themselves is therapy. Coaching, of course, as well, but in particular, therapy. Yeah. And it's like the therapist acts as a pseudo-parent. Yeah. And a new secure base.
Do you think the child is obvious? I think I know the answer to this, but the child from 0 to 3, say they're watching the relationship between their parent and the parents have a disorganized attachment or an anxious and avoidant attachment. Are they also taking on that of the parents? Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah. Are they internalizing that working model?
Are they watching that relationship?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And that's why when people are healing from an insecure attachment, they often need to look to people outside their general circle for data and for new models, for new working models, because people who are insecure often are attracted to someone else who's insecurely attached. And this disorganized attachment, which is probably about 20 to 25% of the population, right? Secure is about 50, just over 50%.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's surprising to me.
Yeah. Yeah. What would you think it would have been?
30, 20. Yeah, I didn't think that many people were secure. It's really interesting.
What with the secure attachment, go into secure attachment.
Yeah, let's
go
there.
I'd love to.
Let's go there. So I've used some of the buzzwords because they're really important. And it's about being secure in responding to our little people, if we talk from the parenting side first. So as a parent, when our little person cries out for whatever it is, because they're lonely, because they're bored, because they need a nappy change, or they're hungry, we respond reliably and often. And we talk about the 4 S's here. Credits to Dan Siegel for this. And so we are responding in a safe way. We're not being scary or overwhelming to the little person, and we're also not being too far at a distance, okay? So we want to be safe for them. We want to soothe their distress, whatever it is about. It doesn't matter what it's about. You always want to soothe their distress where you can. We want to see our little people. So they need to be seen. That's where, at different ages, they're, Mommy, watch me.
Watch this, watch
Daddy, see
this.
Yeah. And we're also just watching them as they're doing their own thing. They don't have to cry out for us.
Yeah.
But that being seen is very important for brains as they develop, okay? And having those things, that checkbox done, then they develop security, that they feel in themselves, okay, they're feeling that the world is safe and that they're a good person.
And that they're lovable.
That they're lovable, that they're worthy. They trust themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how does that play out in relationships?
A secure attachment.
Yes.
Well, a secure attachment, the stresses of life happen, and someone who's securely attached will ride the waves. They'll certainly have emotional experiences. Doesn't sound nice. Yeah.
My partner's just, he's so that.
Yeah.
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 Just rides the waves of life. And like he's so autonomous and secure in himself and
grounded, confident.
Nervous system's always regulated. Yeah. It's amazing.
Another key there is hopefully, it sounds like Alex is both comfortable with closeness, intimacy, and comfortable with distance.
And independence, totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like he has healed me. I always say that. Like I feel like the way he is has changed my attachment style to become more secure, which I didn't know was really possible. But when we started dating, I was like, oh, wow, I could feel myself changing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what happens in our relationships, that can be in our friendships as well, not just partners, that we have this new internal working model. But it doesn't always happen. You have to do it on purpose. So one, you have to be reflective, like you both said. I have to know what's going on and pay attention, okay? Then I need to internalize that, like digest what happened. So say you messaged him, he didn't reply for a few hours, and then he said, oh, everything's fine. And you went, okay, he's saying everything's fine. He's acting like everything's fine. Okay, everything is fine. It is fine. It is fine. So you've digested that. So that's how then you update the working model or update the programming that happened earlier on.
Fascinating.
Another important thing though is, I suppose, once we're aware, and hopefully your listeners are thinking about, which attachment style might I be, we need to start putting the story together or the narrative. We need to tell the story to ourselves or usually to a safe other person and feel the pain of our childhoods. And that's where the real healing gets to happen too.
Is there a style that you feel you connect to most?
Probably secure attachment. But I think like all of them, I've got like little bits I feel like of all of them. Do you know what I mean? Like bits and pieces come out. Like at times I can be insecure for sure. And at times I can definitely be avoidant, like leave me the fuck alone. Don't, like no one talk to me, touch me, give me time alone. So I think like, but for the most part, growing up especially, when I was younger going into new relationships, I was always like very confident. I wasn't worried whether I was being cheated on, even though I was being cheated on. Like, but I was just I trusted everyone fully until I couldn't trust them, kind of thing. And I never went into a relationship ever like with any insecurities. Those things would come as the relationship kind of went on, and I'd be shown like, oh, okay, well now I can't trust you and this and that. So
which is understandable. Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, I definitely think the one that fits me the most would be a secure attachment.
Yeah, we'd say that, you have you have a positive view of yourself rather than negative, and a positive view of the world rather than negative.
Right. See, I think that's interesting too, because I definitely have always, I think as a teenager, like as a young person, as a little girl, for sure, very confident and was like, I'm worthy and lovable and all of the things. As a teenager, that definitely changed. That was a real changing point. And a lot of that I think came from being at my performing arts school and like always not being good enough. Didn't matter how hard I tried, like very.
Wow. So it came from that world.
Home. Not from home. Definitely came from the world of just like putting everything into things, because my parents were always very supportive of everything that I did. And like I'm sure that, arguments that I had with my parents along the way probably indented things as I was a child. But my biggest things and my biggest points of changing certainly came from high school. And then also I think other young people, that's when I started to worry, like, am I liked? And so my personality started to change throughout high school. And then, now as an adult, I like it ebbs and flows. Like for sure, sometimes I think I'm like, oh yeah, this is a good day and I'm secure and I feel like I've got a really good group of friends and family and everyone's great. And then other days I'll have days where I'm like, everyone hates me. No one's replying to me. Why doesn't anyone like me?
Really?
Am I not a good friend?
You have those days?
For sure. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, absolutely. So, like I think, I mean, for the most part, in general, I'm like my only closest, most amazing, bestest friend in the world is my mum. And then I think like, why doesn't anyone else want to get close to me like that?
Excuse me?
Well, I'm right here. But that's on my days where I'm like, I have those things where I'm just like, my only friend is my mum.
Oh my
like,
God.
yeah. So I have those days for sure. But then I have days where I, as I said, like I feel very secure in my friendships and relationships and everything. So it's just, it ebbs and flows for me.
Yeah, it sounds like so you had different attachment experiences with different people.
Yeah.
So securely with mum, but then there were these other attachments experiences, right? Like at performing arts or like with friends, and then these boyfriends that you might have had. So it can get to change. It's moderately stable. That's what the research suggests. And then we can have different types with different people.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Why is it so important, do you think? Because it's like such a hot topic talked about in therapy, and we learned so much about it. Why do you think that?
Because humans are ultimately relating. We're always in relationship.
Yeah.
We're always in relationship with other people and with ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So knowing that really gives you like a base of where to start, I suppose, with
That's
working
right.
with someone.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's always coming up in my room, every person.
Mm-hmm.
We get to speak through this and understand where it might be impacting them in a negative way. Now, some people might not ever become securely attached, and that's okay. But if they're less anxious, if they're less avoidant, they can have very fulfilling relationships and a very fulfilling work life and be okay.
Yeah.
As parents, I think it's really important that we're thinking about our attachment styles and they're going to show up. Yeah, it's going to be a place for healing, but it's a place for triggering our attachment wounds, we call them. So if I'm finding that when my child is distressed, I start to get distressed and I really just want them to be better, like really quickly, I might be more anxiously attached. Yeah. If I'm finding when my child is distressed, I want to leave the room, I want them to shut up, that kind of thing, then I must be avoidantly attached as a parent.
I just want to soothe.
Yeah.
Like if Maya's crying, like I just go straight into like, how can I soothe? Like I'm so aware of her nervous system, like at all times. Like even when we put the blender on, I'm like, loud noises. Like I just like, all I want in this lifetime is for her to have a regulated nervous system and not have to ever reach for a Xanax or a pill, you know, because her system was so dysregulated.
Yeah.
That's all I want. So like, for me, I go straight into like, how can I just soothe and hold space for her?
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's smothering.
Tuning in. Yeah, we call that.
Attunement.
That's right. You know, I suppose that gets to change as they grow. You know, when a little person is in the newborn phase, I mean, you have to really pay attention.
Oh my gosh.
Right to
everything.
To everything.
To their every need.
To try and work out what it possibly could be for this cry. Yeah. But then as they get a little bit older, you know, even at 1, they want to kind of do some things themselves and a little bit independently, and you can see that they get proud. But you don't want to be putting your own wants and needs onto your child. Yeah, you're watching them, observing them, so then you can observe what they need in a given situation. So, right, if that little person needs a bit of a warning that there's a loud noise, great. That's fine.
It's fascinating.
That's good.
Isla's really funny with loud noises. Like sometimes she's fine.
Frights?
Well, not frights, but if I get the blender out, then she's like, okay, Mummy, hold on a second. I'm just going to go into the other room and hide.
Oh, wow. So she does. She knows.
She knows.
And she's been given permission to do that from you, right? That's totally fine. Your needs are important. You do what you got to do, love. And it's beautiful how she declares it, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then sometimes it's like, Mummy, can I turn it on? I'm like,
I'm feeling brave, huh?
Yeah.
I want to go up ahead and do that.
Yeah, but she's really cute. She announces everything that she does. It's very cute.
She's so gorgeous,
she's a
this
sweetheart.
child. Oh
Yeah, I'm obsessed with her.
Purely for time's sake, and I can just see that little toy on the table over there.
There's a toy on the table.
Can you talk to us a little bit about EMDR? We have spoken about it briefly on the podcast because I've done a lot of it.
Yeah.
But we haven't really gone into how it works, why it works, who it works for.
Yeah,
We'd love to
fantastic.
hear.
So EMDR is short for eye movement desensitization and reprocessing. And it's become much more popular because celebrities are talking about it. You know, you guys
Miley
are talking
Cyrus
about
is
it.
loving it.
Yes. Which is really, really fantastic. And to answer that question, who is it helpful for? Well, everyone.
Right.
It was a therapy that was designed and first studied to be helpful with trauma and anything to do with trauma. And yet we validate and we've got really good research to show how it's helpful with depression, with anxiety, and with stress. What's an up-and-coming space is the use of EMDR with, as I said, I work with in coaching, I work with people who are in high responsibility roles, with execs and those just under duress because of their work. And so we're using it more there lately. So this is a kind of a watch this space as that develops. So what it the basic premise is that our brain holds memories in a particular part of the brain. I'm not sure if you're going to go through some revision here. I'll always welcome it.
Okay. The way I described EMDR for me, the way it felt was that there was like a computer and there were tabs. And like the tabs were things like unworthiness or like being cheated on.
Yeah.
Like, they were folders. And then I would open the folders and like all the incidents of that happening in my lifetime were coming up.
Yeah.
And like
anytime that got triggered, anytime that folder
and then I
out.
just saw that like, these all have like a core like theme. And I'm just seeing all the times in my life that they've repeated.
Yeah.
And for me, the biggest thing was not being safe.
Huh.
Yeah. It was all about safety.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coming from South Africa, having a really, really traumatic childhood.
Yeah.
Being very unsafe.
Yeah.
It always came back to this lack of feeling safe.
That's right, when that programming was happening for you. Yeah, when you were really little.
Yeah.
So right, we kind of work at folder level, as to use that analogy, where we pull out a folder and we look at core memories to do with that, and then we heal or process them. The way we do it is using bilateral stimulation. Bilateral meaning both sides. And so it's the back and forth, the back and forth. Now, it's always been soothing for humans. Back and forth, walking, rocking a baby, back and forth, right? And so we use eye movements back and forth. So someone, is following a buzzer or the therapist's fingers back and forth.
How do you do it?
I like the buzzers, and my people like the buzzers too, because it provides the sensory stimulation, but you can often close your eyes and get into it that way.
Can I show them to our listeners?
Absolutely.
We are a video format.
Good. So you can have them in your hands here.
So, guys, this is what they look like.
That's it. Yeah. And as I turn them on, you'll see
they vibrate.
They vibrate back and forth, and they can go really fast. We sometimes slow them down. Do you want to have a fiddle?
Give me a fiddle.
Yeah, there's length and intensity. And
it feels really calming instantly.
It really is.
Instantly, I'm like, this is so soothing.
Yeah, it's really soothing. So
try these.
Okay, you can have a fiddle with that.
I'll DJ.
You can DJ.
Yeah. And so
nice.
eyes open or eyes closed, it's doing that bilateral stimulation. And without going into all the depths of how EMDR works, people look it up on YouTube. It's very, very easy to find. that gets to heal and do the processing of experiences in the past that we weren't able to heal and process.
EMDR for me was quite life-changing. The level of healing I was able to do. I had severe trauma around coming off Xanax. My withdrawals and what I went through in rehab was like inhumane. It was fucked. And I went through like a year of sleep deprivation where I could not sleep. And like it got to a point where I couldn't even look at a bed without having a panic attack.
It would be triggering.
And through EMDR, I was able to go from like not being able to look at a bed without having a panic attack to being able to like nap and sleep during the day and calm my nervous system. Like so that trauma, we got it. I remember it was like a 10 because I asked you when you first do it, like where does that sit in the level of like fear and terror?
Distress,
and we like got it really low down. We got it to like a 1 or 2. And now like I'm fine in bed. I can nap. I'm like, my nervous system is so much better.
Isn't that amazing that just like tapping
and the relationship
movements
with the therapist as well.
Yeah, so I will say you can't go ahead and go purchase this thing and it's going to do all the healing.
It's about the relationship.
It's definitely about that. And look, that's why only mental health professionals are able to be trained in EMDR, because they have that understanding, professional experience to use the tool appropriately and effectively. Yeah. But back and forth. Anything that's back and forth. I mean, isn't dancing back and forth?
Yeah, isn't that interesting? I was going to ask you, I sort of have 2 questions, but you have what's the word I'm looking for? You're kind of known for making people cry in your therapy session.
Oh my God, are you going to cry today?
I'm willing to cry.
Woo-hoo! I love when Alicia cries.
Don't buzz.
Because I'm always crying. I'm always being like the depressed emo crying one. So it's nice when Alicia cries.
You're not always.
I
I
like
am sometimes too. Jeez.
I feel like you're the joy and I'm the
Not Dena.
I don't
What
know.
do you mean? You're so funny and you bring the joy and the light and the sun.
Oh, I love you.
And I also
That's what you wrote on my birthday card. And I read it like every day. She wrote me the cutest birthday card.
Well, I just want to remind you that when you light your candle that I got you for your birthday,
that I'm the light.
You're the light. And that's like the light that you bring into people's lives.
Thank you. I love you. What were you going to ask?
And also, so you were here when I was talking about the very beginning of the episode, how when I was trying to calm myself down last night, I was holding my breath. Yeah. And then just before we started recording, you were getting me to do this
figure eight.
Back and forth figure eight,
yeah,
because I've had this headache behind my eyes all day and just feeling a bit meh. And I found that I was holding my breath doing that too, because you were like breathing in and out, and I was like, oh shit, yeah, I'm not breathing.
Yeah.
I wonder how often a day you're like
holding my breath.
Even, like you're completely shallow breathing the whole day probably.
Yeah. So why do you think, one, I could potentially be holding my breath? Two, can this stop me from holding my breath?
Well, I suppose it's about the awareness. Now, if we had an hour, what I would do is start to ask you about why that could be happening. And we'll find ways through memory. It's always memory. For sure. Involved, yeah? So it might be at what time in my life was it necessary for me to hold my breath? Hey, I can imagine that beginning of a dance troupe or beginning of a solo, you stand on stage with that smile, and you kind of hold your breath.
You're not really breathing,
I mean,
I think dancers hold their breath a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can't breathe, but like when you're doing a dance, you still have to perform with your face. You can't. It's got to look easy.
It has to look
really
conducive to deep breathing. Yeah. As you're aware of it now, and you started to become aware, you're a reflective person. I would then maybe start to consider when do you think is going to be the important times to take those big breaths?
Yeah. Okay.
What do you think?
Oh God, all of the time. But probably when I'm starting to feel really stressed or touched out or like ragey.
Yeah. So do you still get that sense of ragey now?
Not right now.
Not right now?
Not this very second. Like I'm kind of now that I'm.
But it's a memory now because you can recall it from like yesterday or earlier today.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it'll turn on really quickly. Like I promise you when I'm driving home, that rage will kick back in.
So maybe that's when the deep breaths have to come in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I also just say though here, Alicia, it's not like every time that we're ragey that it's bad.
No.
Anger actually is an extremely helpful and healthy emotion.
Yeah, do you know what I do sometimes?
Yeah.
I just scream in the car.
Yeah, it's good. I used to when I lived in Byron, I used to go in the water, underwater, and just scream.
Yeah, wow. Yeah.
Just so good. I still love doing that actually.
I had I don't know, for some reason this past cycle my PMS was like so bad, and in the lead up to getting my period, I was just like, whoa. And at one point I got off the phone to someone and I just like screamed. Really? And I was just like, I haven't done that in a really long time. So yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
They will. So they're on, are they? What are we
They're
on? Yeah, good.
It's on.
I'll just have a squeeze. You can just keep holding them. That's
yeah,
fine.
It's
they
nice.
can work in the background as we chat and kind of do things. So you got off the phone and you really screamed out. Now, like, what type of scream was it? Was it a, can I swear?
Yeah.
Fuck you. Was it leave me alone? Was it how could you do that? What kind of anger was it?
Like fuck you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And as you kind of zoom in on that, fuck you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
What happens in your body?
I mean, I get kind of like shutty-offy.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to.
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of want to of retract or kind of go inwards.
Yeah. I mean, when I was screaming at it was fine.
Yeah.
But when I talk about it now.
That's something else that kind of comes in to layer in. Yeah. Well, what's kind of happening now is pretty normal. There's a part of you that's saying, hey, I'm not sure if I am really safe here. And I always see my job with, coaching clients, therapy clients, I have to create safety.
Yeah.
That's my job. And when things feel safe enough,
then we can go there.
Yeah.
It's where we've got to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
so
great.
then do you get a sense of maybe what's needed for that part of you to feel safe?
Probably not on a podcast.
Yeah.
Totally. But
how
exposing. Your body's saying, like, I'm not going to go there right
it's
now.
saying this
and this is the other thing for our listeners and our viewers too. Like I am always, I think being vulnerable is so important, but I think I have fear about vulnerability for, you know, whatever reasons I have. I'll probably have to work through that in therapy whenever I get to therapy.
She's going to get there.
She's going to get there. But I all the times that I have been vulnerable on here, I've had such amazing responses from everyone, and I'm
Our
very,
listeners
very grateful.
are like,
they're so amazing.
So, like, they felt so connected to Alicia when she was vulnerable.
Yeah,
it was really.
So it's not that
it was amazing to see,
and that's, Dena, what it's about for them. But what was it like for you when you had people giving you data and evidence that vulnerable was okay?
It was great. It was so nice because I think, again, I had fear about it being out there.
Is that a fear of judged?
Judged, exposed, but also I think probably just because I've got, you know, I'm not super duper vulnerable with my life online and I don't put a whole bunch out. I think like just taking down the perfect picture kind of thing as well is a little scary for me.
Yeah.
Like letting people in.
Yeah. Well, letting people in that aren't my like close knit,
friends. Yeah.
You know? So that's because, and I don't know why in particular. I think it's not like I don't really mind if people out in the world don't like me. If I don't know them, I don't really mind. If I'm meeting people in person, they want to talk to me and they're like, I hate you, that would suck. But
I suppose you mentioned though before how at performing arts school there was am I ever going to be good enough?
Yeah. That's been a big thing for me throughout my teenagehood and early 20s of not being good enough. I actually figured that out doing acting classes. I was like,
well, acting class is like therapy.
Yeah, that was like therapy. I was like my one of my biggest things sort of growing up was that I wasn't good enough. I wasn't enough. So that's probably a big part, probably still a big part of me, but I'm
that not good enough. Where does that sit in your body?
In my chest.
What color and shape is it and size?
Like a cloud.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's sort of purple.
Yeah. So just
and it's big, like it's across my whole chest.
It goes all the way.
Yeah, and like my heart, across my heart and chest.
And and is that part okay with us kind of recognizing it like that? Is that all right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. And you can just maybe kind of do a lap around that part and just say, hey, okay, I'm just letting you know that I see you and that's okay with me being connected. Yeah.
I'm going to cry.
You're
going to make me cry.
Too.
Yeah.
It makes me sad that you have that cloud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I get it.
Yeah.
I think I certainly have that cloud too.
Yeah.
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 What's important, maybe you can even, share this as a moment, in your attachment with each other and how close and comfortable you are. Like, what could maybe Dena do to show, hold on, stay in with that purple feeling. You just went up to your head. I'll just go back down to the purple feeling. What could she say to that purple cloud that goes all the way across? And I want you to ask that cloud.
Nothing needs to be said. I don't feel like it's not I think.
So you need to hear that, Dena, then, right?
What
she's saying, I don't need you to say anything.
Yeah, I have, and probably this comes as well from like I do it all myself.
100%.
Yeah.
So you're kind of recognizing that, all right, I'm not going to reach out to someone else to help me with this thing. I'm right here with you.
Ooh, okay. That's plenty now.
Okay.
Oh, gosh.
Guys, when we hit these, and it's moving for me too, right? When we hit these really beautifully soft parts of us, we all have these beautifully soft parts of us. We all just need a place to land. And that's why attachment theory is important, because we've always needed a soft place to land.
Yeah, we just need compassion and kindness.
It's so interesting to me that I've got this thing of like I do it all myself because I've always had so much help. I've got so much help. Like my family and my friends have always been very, very helpful.
Yeah,
so I don't know why in me I've got this thing of like I do it all myself.
Maybe
like emotionally and
like,
stuff. Like
I wonder if it's part of proving that self-worth part, you know? It's like proving you can do it all yourself. Like I'm independent,
Probably,
I can do it all, you know, I don't need help.
Yeah.
Maybe it connects to that self-worth stuff. I don't know. Guessing.
Again, I might just kind of jump in and normalize that sometimes we actually do want to just do the things ourselves.
Yeah.
We don't have to poo-poo that.
Yeah.
That's okay because we can show up for ourselves in a unique way that other people can't.
Yeah,
as
I
long
think
as
it's
we're
really
tuning
like
in, right?
safe for you
Yeah.
to show up for yourself.
Like as long as you are
You've
showing
done
up
that
for yourself,
for so long.
right? I mean, actually showing up for yourself. So imagining, hey, so what do I actually need right now? Yeah, and I understand being a mum of a little person does make that tricky. That's why blocking out time where you can just do that. I'm showing up for me, not because I need to be a mum in this situation or a partner or the house needs cleaning or like what do I actually need in this moment? Whatever it is, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And sometimes people's needs have been so repressed because of the world. Just, you know, you shouldn't enjoy going for a shop. You shouldn't enjoy going for a walk and just being quiet. You should be learning something from a podcast all the time or, you know,
lots of pressure all the time.
Pressure.
To do, not to
you know,
be.
but connecting with myself in any way that I can.
We are really running out of time, which sucks because I could spend another 10 hours talking
come
to
back.
you.
Yeah.
I actually think you should be the coach.
Yeah.
Like I think you should be the Life Academy coach because we're the
Who's
unqualified
like, we're
coaches.
unqualified, you're qualified.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like we need to get you on regularly to like have some coaching sessions. We've got very little time left. I wanted to ask you if you had one message for people out there in relating to what we've spoken about today with attachment theory, with trauma, with EMDR, with therapy, what would be your message to leave our Life Academy listeners with?
It would be that if you are someone where something has resonated as far as the insecure attachment, that there is so much that can be done about that. So learning is important, reflective is important, but that's where you need to do more of the work. And that can be in close, safe relationships with my partner, with my friends, with a therapist. Yep, that can really help us work through the pains of our childhood. So there's so much that can be done.
Amazing. And how do people find a therapist that works for them?
Good.
That's a big one for me.
Yeah. So the AAPI or Australian Association of Psychologists have a beautiful directory that you can there find psychologists. Many of those will be EMDR trained. It doesn't have to be EMDR trained because, you know, there's all these different modalities that we use to work with the attachment space.
And do you need to have referral to get onto
So
anyone on
you
there?
can choose to go to your GP, get a referral for a mental health care plan.
Which means you get 10 sessions for free.
Rebated, not for free.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Rebated,
yeah.
sorry.
There's some services which have free. Yeah,
This is for our Australian listeners.
Australian
too,
listeners, indeed.
But in America, I don't think they have that system.
But they do have insurance and other things that help them in subsidies. But hey, if you would spend $150 to get your eyelashes done once a month, you know,
spend it on fucking therapy, baby.
Go
to
it's about
therapy.
kind of where you choose. To spend your
And you
funds.
think to start that for someone like myself, a once a month session would
Indeedly
be...
not. No. So I talk with all
Indeedly not is my new favorite sentence.
Yeah.
You need to get into a close relationship with your therapist. Also, if your first one isn't the right one, just move on to the next one.
Yeah.
We're allowed to be different from one another. That's
It took me
fine.
like 4 to find
That's
mine.
fine.
And
But you know at the end of the
fucking
first
amazing.
session if
Yes,
you're
you
right.
know.
Yeah. So don't keep carrying on for 2 or 3. Just move on to the next one if you need to.
Yeah.
But just because we're different personalities, you know, that person might be really good for someone else. The the point is to be seeing someone weekly or fortnightly to begin with, so you can get that secure attachment together so you can go to the places that you need to go.
Yeah.
So the data around the world is that short-term therapy is up to 20 sessions, just to let you know. And then when we've got some other trauma, other things that have happened in our childhood, other single incident traumas, you're going to 150 to 200 sessions. That's over the course of many years. Okay.
Yeah.
That's usually over the course of years. But our Medicare system is certainly not keeping up with the data there and hasn't for a long time. Yeah. But remember, guys, it's not just that you're feeling really horrible. There's people who are doing quite okay. They're performing really, really well. They're doing all types of jobs and careers and roles. They too can get some coaching. And it's not that they have to be distressed to get to know about this stuff. Okay?
Yeah, and I feel like for you, as you've mentioned before on the pod with the health anxiety stuff, I reckon that's something EMDR could be so helpful with to like turn down the volume on that. And I was saying it, Gemma's the same with it. I keep saying to Gemma, please go do some EMDR on the health anxiety stuff.
Yeah, it's about taking out the emotional charge. Just
bring the volume down.
Yeah. That'd be great. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to do it, guys. I'm going to do it.
Yes. Janelle will help you find someone.
Yeah, she will.
Yeah.
She will.
You are amazing. Thank you so much for being in the Life Academy studio.
Happy to help.
We're totally going to get you back in.
Yeah.
I wish we had more time.
Yeah, I want to put like a thing out once this episode comes out. I want to put a thing on our Facebook page and say like, what are your questions?
Yes.
Q&A with
Janelle.
Yeah.
You are fabulous.
You're
amazing.
Wonderful. You guys
Thank you so much.
Thank you for holding space so beautifully as well.
Yeah, you're such a safe, yummy, warm feeler.
Always have been. I remember at one point when we were before we had a night out, those dancing days.
Yeah.
You were like plucking my eyebrows, and there was one little piece that you were trying to get, and you were so amazing. Even just with that, like such a mum, like being like, okay, and staying really still, and like your voice was just so excuse me, so calming, and there's like that memory is so stuck in my brain. It's so insignificant when you think about it, but it was just you being such
I have
a
the
nurturer.
funniest.
I'm always happy to be close to people.
I have like this vivid, hilarious memory of you backstage with your leg up against the wall and your mum was pushing it. and you were like, yeah, like I don't, it's just, like you were just like so amped and ready to go. Like that's a visual. And I said to my family, I'm like, do you guys remember Janelle at Corlass-Brown? And they were like, yeah, we remember her from the dance comps. So anyway, what a full circle moment this is.
It's great.
Before we leave, we do like to ask our guests if they have any recommendations for our listeners. It can be anything you are watching, reading, loving, learning, or it can also be some homework. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first.
I'll go first. Guys, as I said, mine's makeup related. I am really obsessed with the Rare Beauty products. I'm so impressed with them, and they are all about easy function. So the way they're designed, they're for people like, what's the word I'm looking for? The touch of things. Anyway, they are really well designed and they make it really easy to use. So like the contour and everything is like easy to use and accessible.
Mm-hmm.
So the blush is amazing. The contour stick, the lip liners, they're the three products I'm really impressed with. So Rare Beauty, I believe it's Selena Gomez's brand, but I could be wrong.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's her brand. It's really good makeup. So yeah,
very user-friendly.
User-friendly and blendable, really blendable. Been really impressed with it.
Nice.
Yeah. I reckon you'll love it, actually. It's really easy to use.
Yeah, it's good. I need easy to use because I got no idea.
You do well.
Thanks, babes. Mine, I've given it before, but I think after today's sesh, I'm going to say it again. Get out into nature, not on a 44-degree day, but just on a nice day, and put your feet into the grass on the ground and take some deep breaths, because I feel like that's what I'm going to go home and I'm going to do that this afternoon, is just do some nice deep breathing with my feet in the grass and some grounding. I think.
Feet in the grass.
Yeah.
Definitely do that.
Yeah, so that's my bit of homework, my bit of dream work for you guys.
Love that, babe.
Beautiful.
You?
What's
we'll
yours?
finish with mine. I'll just recommend that we all touch ourselves in a kind way. In fact, we're always with ourselves, so that's very accessible, and we might forget to do that. So what if we all just bit of that? Yeah, or holding our face.
That's nice.
Doesn't matter if you're walking into a boardroom or if you are about to deal with a mum and be a mum and screaming child.
Yeah.
Be kind and gentle.
That's lovely.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Thank you so much. So many life lessons from today's episode.
Yeah, you have so much wisdom for someone so young. It's just, you've lived a few lives. I don't know.
I know, and I don't look my age thanks to my genetics.
Amazing.
Nice.
Incredible. We are 100% getting you back. Thank you so much for today's chat. We love you guys. If you are loving what we're doing here at Life Academy, please subscribe, review, write us, whatever, and join our Facebook group. It's the cutest place on earth. We love you guys so much.
We love you. The bell's about to ring.
You, and I'm really proud of you.
Thanks. I was only a teeny tiny bit vulnerable in today's episode, but
you did so well.
I'm bringing it. You're
amazing. You always bring a girlfriend.
We love ya.
Bye, guys.
Mwah.
Bell's ringing.